Hello, in this video let us discuss factoring quadratic trinomials in the form ax squared plus bx plus c, part 2. A while ago, we have made a video discussing this topic, but this time we will do it again but using a different approach or different solution. For example, let us factor 7x squared minus 19x and then minus 6. Okay, again, this is in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c, wherein a, the leading coefficient, is 7. So a equals 7, while the constant term is negative 6. And we have to multiply it, is equal to 7 times negative 6, that's negative 42. Alright, so in this solution, the next step is to rewrite. First, the leading coefficient 7, let's remove that. So we have x squared and then minus 19x. And this negative 6 right here, the constant term, let's replace it with AC instead, negative 42. So minus 42. And the factored form, take note, this is now a quadratic trinomial in the form of x squared plus bx plus c. So the factored form is the product of two binomials wherein the first terms are x. Next, the constant term, negative 42, let us write here, minus 42. Let us write down all of the factors. We have 21 times negative 2, negative 21 times 2, what else? 42 times negative 1, and negative 42 times 1. And among this list of factors, the one that has a sum of negative 19 is negative 21 and 2. Let us write minus 21 and then plus 2. Negative 21 and 2. Now, since we have removed the leading coefficient from earlier, we will now return it back. So this negative 21, let's divide it by 7 and also 2 over 7. And let us see if they are reducible. So negative 21 divided by 7 is negative 3. Therefore, we have x minus 3. How about the other one? 2 over 7 cannot be reduced. So instead, this 7, we will place it as a coefficient of x such that we have 7x and then copy plus 2. And this is our factored form. Next, let us try to factor 4x squared plus 9x plus 2. Okay, again, this is in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. Let us write a is equal to 4, the leading coefficient, while the constant term c is positive 2. Therefore, the product a times c is 4 times 2. That is 8. Now, let us rewrite this. Let's remove the leading coefficient 4. X squared plus 9x and then replace the constant term 2 with ac. So plus 8. And we know the factored form. Product of two binomials wherein the first terms are both x. Now, we have to consider the constant term that is positive 8. So positive 8. What are the factors of positive 8? We have 4 times 2, negative 4 times negative 2, 8 times 1, negative 8 times negative 1. And the pair of factors that has a sum of positive 9 is 8 and 1. Let us write here, plus 8 and then plus 1. Now, let us divide both of these values by the leading coefficient 4. Divide by 4, divide by 4. Now let us simplify if possible. We have x plus 8 divided by 4 is 2. For the other one, 1 over 4 or 1/4 cannot be reduced. So let's transfer 4 as a coefficient of x. So we have 4x and then plus 1. And this is the factored form. Next, let us factor 3x squared minus 7x plus 2. Okay, the leading coefficient A is equal to 3, while the constant term is positive 2. And then the product A times C is equal to 3 times 2, that's 6. Next, let us rewrite. Remove the leading coefficient 3. Therefore, we have x squared and then minus 7x and then replace 2 with 6. The factored form is the product of two binomials, x here and x here. Okay, the constant term is 6. Let us write down all the factors of 6. We have negative 3 times negative 2, 3 times 2, 6 times 1, negative 6 times negative 1. The factor pair that has a sum of negative 7 is negative 6, negative 1. Therefore, we will write here minus 6, minus 1. Let's go back to our leading coefficient, positive 3. Divide this by positive 3 and also this one. Next, let us reduce if possible. X minus 6 divided by 3 is 2. And 1 over 3 cannot be reduced. So this 3 should become the coefficient of x, such that we have 3x minus 1. Next, let us factor 6x squared plus 11x plus 3. The leading coefficient A is 6. The constant term is positive 3. The product A times C is equal to 6 times 3, that's 18. Now let us rewrite this. Let us remove the leading coefficient. We have x squared plus 11x, and then 3 becomes 18. So plus 18. The factored form is the product of two binomials, x and then x. The constant term is 18. Let's write down all the factors. We have 6 times 3, negative 6 times negative 3, 9 times 2, and negative 9 times negative 2. So all these factors are equal to 18. But the one that has a sum of positive 11 is 9 and 2. Therefore, we will write here plus 9 plus 2. Now let's return the leading coefficient 6 by dividing both of these values by 6. Let's reduce if possible. 9 divided by 6, so 9 divided by 6, we can reduce that by dividing both by 3. 3 is the GCF of 9 and 6. Therefore, this becomes 3 over 2. While 2 over 6 can be divided both by 2. And this becomes 1/3. Therefore, we have x plus 9 over 6 is 3 over 2 times x plus 2 over 6, the lowest term is 1/3. Now let us transfer the denominators as coefficients of x. Therefore, we have 2x plus 3 times 3x plus 1. This is the factored form. Let us try one more. Let us factor 8x squared minus 14x plus 3. A, the leading coefficient is 8. So A is equal to 8, while the constant term is positive 3. The product A times C is equal to 8 times 3, that is 24. Let us rewrite by removing the leading coefficient first. So x squared minus 14x, and then replace 3 with 24 plus 24. The factored form is the product of two binomials, and we have x here, x here. The constant term is 24. Let us write down all the factors. So for 24, we have 6 times 4, negative 6 times negative 4, 8 times 3, negative 8 times negative 3, 12 times 2, negative 12 times negative 2. One of these factor pairs have a sum of negative 14. So that is negative 12 and negative 2. Therefore, let us write minus 12 and then minus 2. Let's return the leading coefficient 8. So divide by 8, divide by 8. Let's proceed. We have x minus the lowest term of 12 divided by 8. Let us divide both numerator and denominator by the greatest common factor. And the GCF of 12 and 8 is 4. So let's divide 12 by 4, that is 3. Divide 8 by 4, that is 2. So 3 over 2. Also, 2 and 8, the GCF is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So we have 1/4. Minus 3 over 2 times x minus 1/4. And the last step is to transfer the denominators as coefficients of x. Therefore, we have 2x minus 3 times 4x minus 1. And that is our final factored form.